After a crazy NBA regular season has ended, one of the craziest in NBA history, and the first playing games have officially ended, we need to talk about exactly what you need to know coming the All-NBA, All-Defensive, and All-Rookie teams. I'm your host, Joey Mercer. This is another episode of Joe Mercer Sports Podcast, and before we get into it there today, I just want to tell everyone to go down below if you're watching this content, hit the subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications, and every single time we upload, you'll be able to stay up to date with our takes on the NBA and all the news you need to know around it. So without further ado, let's get right into the topic at hand today, which is an article by Brad Botkin of CBS Sports. This talking about the All-NBA teams. All-NBA team expert picks, who deserves final spot on the first team. This is where things are going to get interesting. I'm going to be submitting my picks to you. Please let me know what your picks are down in the comment section below. I want to know what everybody has to think about this season. It's been absolutely wild. Of course, there is the 65-game minimum, which we all need to take into account. But let's go right into it. So this one right here has the NBA postseason is underway, but the sporadic nature of playing week gives us a chance to look back at the regular season and assess it through different lenses. So far, we predicted the individual awards and given an overall regular season grade for all 30 teams. You can go check that one out, of course, on CBS Sports. Now we're going to make our picks for the All-NBA, All-Defense, and All-Rookie teams. A reminder, there are 3 All-NBA teams, but just a first and second team for All-Defense and All-Rookie. Another reminder, of course, is what we mentioned at the top, the 65-game minimum. It applies for All-NBA and All-Defense, but not for All-Rookie because we've had those issues in the past couple of seasons of not meeting the minimum requirement depending on the draft class. So you're not going to see Kevin Durant, who fell short with 62 games played, on All-NBA, nor are you going to see Chris Dunn on All-Defense, even though he has been one of the best defenders in the league this season without question. Dunn actually played in 74 games, but the fine print is that you have to play at least 20 minutes in a game for it to count toward All-NBA or All-Defense. Dunn played under 20 minutes too many times to be eligible. It's a strange caveat, but that's the rule. So Chris Dunn out in this one. I definitely would have had him on all defensive second team myself. But yeah, a rule that's not talked about a lot, and it's good that we mention it here. So now that you've got the lay of the land, here are our staff picks that they had here. These were picked by Brad Botkin, James Herbert, Jack Maloney, Sam Quinn, Bill Ryder, Colin Ward-Henninger, and Jasmine Wimbish. So we have that right there. The first one they have for the All-NBA teams. The first team being SGA, Nikola Jokic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Jason Tatum, and Anthony Edwards. Wouldn't change a thing there. The only thing that I would honestly look into potentially changing is Anthony Edwards. I think it's fine. I think it's fine where he is. I personally would have had somebody on the second team go up in Donovan Mitchell. So when we look at the second team, it's Donovan Mitchell, Steph Curry, LeBron James, Jalen Brunson, and Evan Mobley. This one as well, it starts to get a little bit interesting. I would swap Anthony Edwards and Donovan Mitchell, and I would swap Steph Curry with Cade Cunningham, who's down on the third team. I'd put Cade up to the second team over Steph. LeBron James, Jalen Brunson, Evan Mobley are all fine on that second team. I think they've all had tremendous seasons. And then on the third team, we have Karl Anthony Towns, Tyrese Halliburton, James Harden, Jaren Jackson Jr. I think Domantas Sabonis reached the minimum, so I would have him over Tyrese Halliburton because you already have 2 guards on that in Cade and James Harden. Jaren Jackson Jr., you could also put Sabonis in over him. Take which one you would like on that. Obviously, the Grizzlies had a good season before firing their head coach, but I definitely would like to see Domantas Sabonis on this, and Halliburton and Jaren Jackson would be the 2 guys that I'd be a little bit more iffy on. Cat also could definitely be represented on the second team, but I understand not having 2 of them as they aren't a first seed, and Jalen Brunson is a little bit more deserving of that to go up on the second team. So I do understand the placement for that, but overall, I would have Donovan Mitchell on the first team instead of Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards then goes down to the second team, and I would have Steph Curry on the third team and Cade Cunningham on the second team in my picks there for sure. And you can replace either Tyrese Halliburton or Jaren Jackson Jr., maybe Halliburton. It's tougher to say between 2 of those. I'm fine with for Domantas Sabonis. Those are the picks that I would have for that right there. Then when we look at the all-defensive teams that they have picked here, we have first team is Evan Mobley, Draymond Green, Amen Thompson, Dyson Daniels, and Lou Dort. I'm fine with 4 of the 5 there. I don't think Lou Dort should be first team all defense. I would have Jalen Williams, little Jalen, who's on the second team listed here. I would put him on the first team for all defense. And then on the second team, they have Jaren Jackson Jr., Ivica Zubac, which is a interesting pick in my opinion. Rudy Gobert and OG Anunoby. I don't really know about Zubac on that one. I think this has to do a lot with the minimum games required. I'm not really huge on the Zubac selection. I think Zubac is a fine defender, but he certainly isn't an all-defensive team type of defender. I do think, once again, this has to do with the minimum games required. I can't really think of somebody I'd think off the top of my head. Maybe Giannis even. I could put in over him. Giannis's defense has obviously taken a dip this season, but I still think it's more impactful than what Zubac has done. A little bit stranger there for sure. But I do understand the selection of Zubac's rim protection is very important. But ultimately, I would switch Jalen Williams and Lou Dort and Zubac. Realistically, I think it should be Giannis, even though he's taken a big dip, like I mentioned. But that's what I would do with that one right there. So then when we look into this right here, we can see the all-rookie teams. Now, the all-rookie teams, they have Stephon Castle, Jalen Wells, Zachary Ricochet, Zach Edey, Alex Sarr on the first team. I'm fine with 4 of the 5 of those right there. Jalen Wells had a really great season with the Memphis Grizzlies before going down with that injury. Stephon Castle, I think, is going to win Rookie of the Year. Ricochet played well. Sarr was also fine. I realistically would probably move Edey down to the second team. On the second team, we have Kel'el Ware, Mattis Buzelis, Donovan Klinging, Yves Missy, and Missy, and Kyle Filipowski. I would probably change that a little bit. I'm fine with who's there on the second team, but I think Yves Missy is a bit better than Zach Edey. Even Kel'el Ware has a bit of a conversation for it. I understand they're really going for team record there, but then Sarr's up on the first team, so I would definitely not have 2 Grizzlies on the first team. I'd probably have Yves Missy on the first team instead. He's had a great season, probably the most consistent guy on the Pelicans because of injuries this year, so that's how I would do that for the all-rookies for sure. But yeah, I wouldn't have the number 1 and number 2 pick on the first team. Sarr shot really poor from the field this year, and I thought Ricochet showed a whole lot more. So yeah, ultimately that's what I'd change. I'd still have Stephon Castle, Jalen Wells, Zachary Ricochet, Alex Sarr. I'd like to put him down on the second team, and you could honestly just bring up Yves Missy for Edey or Sarr, and honestly, even Kel'el Ware, there's a conversation to be made on that, or even Buzelis, but it took Buzelis a bit of time to get going, so I understand the second team selection. But I would have Yves Missy or Kel'el Ware. Even Klingen has a conversation. But Sarr, I get it. He's had some good games, so that's more understandable than Edey for me. But no, I definitely have Yves Missy over Zach Edey. But those are just my selections, my picks. Let me know what you have to think about this down below in the comment section. And let me know your all-NBA teams, all 3 of them if you want. Just a player that you put in. Anything at all that you've got to talk about with this selections that we made here today, let me know down below. Make sure if you made it this far to like the video as well. Subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell for notifications, and I'll see you all in the next one.